Hi everybody, welcome back. So today we're going to be making more plots and learning how to make them actually good. So we're going to do another basic example. Let's build a plot right here. So you're supposed to make a scatter plot. And so we'll do the exact same method as last time. We're going to select the data right here. Okay, cool. I'm going to go to the Insert tab. I'm going to look around here. Which one looks like dots? Dots. Scroll over it, it says scatter. Hey. Click it, and I'll get various options. And look at that. That first one looks exactly the same one as the other. So, click this one. Never this one. Never. There we go. Okay, I'll drag it over here. Now, as a note, type done here when you're done with it. And you'll get a little nice thing that says good. For later, I eventually plan to have it so that it'll go through and tell you when you've finished a category at the end. So you'll know which categories you've done. So that's why that's built in there. You don't have to do it if you want to, but who doesn't like seeing that you've done a good job? Okay. So once again, I look at this. It's not a very good chart because I don't know what the axis is right here. Like 15 what? Or 250 what? Like we don't know what that is yet. Now I can look over here and see that's time in seconds and velocities meters per second, but I need to state that in my chart. So we're going to have to get this and make this better. Okay, so how do we make our charts better? Well, there's several steps to get there. It's actually not that hard. You can actually just skip most of these and just double click it and then find this, but we're going to show you all the steps. So what you'll do is you'll have a chart. You'll click on it just once. If you double click, things will get faster, but just click on it once. Then the chart tools will appear. You're going to click on the Design tab. This will disappear if you click away from your chart. It won't be there anymore. It's only there if you click your chart first. Then you're going to go over to Add Chart Element. And what we're going to do this time is we're going to add some axis titles so we can tell, is that time? Is that velocity? Is that distance? What is it? We're going to figure that out today. So we click on Axis Titles. And then Primary Horizontal, that could be the bottom one. And then primary vertical. You have to do it in 2 steps to get the side one. Okay, so let's try it out. Go down here, and once again, I'm going to make the same thing, but this time I'm going to add in axis titles. Now, how I added in these titles is fairly important. So when you're adding in an axis title right here, this is the title for the axis, you always tell the name of it first, time, you spell it out. Then in parentheses, you give the variable symbol. Like if you were going to use it in an equation, what symbol is it? That should be consistent for your paper. And so in this case, time is, I would usually use t, so it's lowercase t. And then in brackets, square brackets, you put the units. What is it measured in? Is this minutes? Is this hours? Is this days? It's seconds, so I put an S for seconds. Same thing over here, velocity, I usually use a capital V. I could use lowercase v, it just depends what you're using. And then the units are meters per second. So very important that you keep that methodology and you keep that consistent. That's how most people do it. Okay, so let's make a chart. I select this guy right here. I click Insert Scatter Plot. I insert the scatter plot. And if you're wondering, there are ways that you don't have to do all these steps over and over again. I'm making you do it though, because you need to learn. So I've clicked away from my chart just so you can see all the steps. I click it once. The Chart Tools tabs appear. I click Design. It's already clicked, but I'm clicking it just in case it wasn't. I go all the way over here to Add Chart Element. I click it. I go down. I find the axis titles. I click it again. Then Primary Horizontal. And if you see I scroll over this, I haven't clicked it yet, it will appear. It'll show me what it's going to add. Primary Vertical will be on the side. So I click one. It goes away, and I'll have to click Add Chart Element again. And I do the other. Okay. So I have 2 axis titles now, and now I want to change them. So I just double click them, and I can delete what I have currently. Be very careful that it'll hit, click away when it's empty. Otherwise it'll be very hard to find. And I add what it was before. So time, in parentheses, the variable, in square brackets, the unit. Perfect. And over here, there we go. Velocity, in parentheses, the variable, in square brackets, the unit. Okay, and there you go. So this is already looking a lot better. Now we can tell what's going on here just a little bit better. However, this title is kind of terrible. I don't like this title. Don't like it at all. Because velocity doesn't tell me what I'm doing. Your title should be descriptive. It should tell a person as soon as they look at your figure what it is and why are you doing it. Velocity, sure, you're measuring velocity, but they can see that from the side, so give them more information. I'm going to ask as a note, if you didn't have a chart, you accidentally deleted the title, you can do the same thing to add a chart title. Okay, so this time we're going to give a descriptive title. It needs to tell what's going on. So in this one right here, it's acceleration test weight in vacuum. Okay, so that tells me some more information. One, this test happened in vacuum. And these numbers are actually accurate. This would be how fast you would be going if you dropped for 30 seconds in vacuum on Earth's gravity. Is there a place where you can do that? No, we don't have vacuum chambers that big. But I didn't really take that into account. Okay, so with that in mind, let's make this chart. We're going to do it again. I select everything. I insert the scatter plot. I drag it over because I want to make things pretty. I add some axis titles. And I change those axis titles so that they are good. And do the same thing for the bottom. And then I change the title. Acceleration of test weight in vacuum. Okay, so this is pretty fantastic so far. Now, so far we've only had one data set. Next time we're going to learn what to do when you have two data sets, because currently we only have one row of data. What if we had a second leg of dots? Got to take that into account. But just for fun and just to end this last little bit of lecture, done. Okay, I'll see you next time. Have a good day, everybody. Bye.